Alrighty, whānau. We've got a pretty big announcement that we are going to make this morning, but I think first things first is to introduce someone who's going to take a very special moment. We'd like to welcome to the studio this morning, Kaylee.
The legend,
Good morning, Kaylee.
Morena whānau.
We're not going to steal this thunder, so what's the go?
Wow. Well, 2024 is such a big year. A huge year for me and my whānau. A few big things to announce. I'm getting married at the end of this year. Yeah, so finally, geez.
Bro, bent the knee, eh?
Gotta say some real stuff.
Hold my tongue, he hasn't signed the actual contract yet. Not that he's going to go anywhere, because we're having another baby.
I think we've had enough babies for all of us. Kate.
Yeah, you know what? Television in my house reception's real bad, eh?
Lot of free
It's so
time.
exciting. It's so cool.
Well, not enough keeping active, I say.
I think you're keeping active.
They burn those calories. And that brings me to a big part of this year, which is, I'll check the date, 13 years ago, my mate that I've known since I was like 13, 14 from high school days came and picked me up in LA, and we did our first show on Mai FM in Melrose with Tupac's brother, which we still don't really know if that was really Tupac's brother. And I made my way back as a solo mum with 2 kids back to Aotearoa to do the My Morning Crew breakfast on Mai FM. We were in the tin shed in Crummer, and every time lightning hit the building, the station turned off, and Nixon would go sing. It was a big start to a big part of my life at Mai FM, and I'm going to be stepping away on the 1st of March. That will be my last show here on Mai. It's just time. It's time for me to just step to the side. For you guys who know me, my tikanga, my whānau and everything is super important, and a part of that tikanga being here at Mai for so long, after 13 years, is that, the roles that we have on air aren't ours. Mai FM was here before me, it will be here after me, and it's only going to get better. And my job here as a radio announcer, my responsibility here as a Māori radio announcer, is to be that kaitiake and make the place better for the next generation to come through. So it's time for the rangatahi to come through and just bring a fresher vibe and just for me to just step aside and just take a little time for me, my whānau. I want to, concentrate a little bit more on my rua journey. If you guys ever want to get fit, you can come to the gym, Empire Training Box out in Otara.
I'll see if the bosses
Throw
go
down
out
over
there.
there. And then, if you guys ever, finish on your guys' diet, you can come for a feed at the Alexander Cafe.
Oh, it's coming to an end. Don't worry, it's definitely coming to an end.
Yeah,
I think first things first is just with this announcement and for how long you have been here, just a round of applause for a career that you've had here at Mai FM. I think I'll let the other two speak. I'll just keep this short and saying, coming over from other radio stations, like you were Mai FM to me, and it's just such a bizarre moment to be a part of. But this is why we do this stuff, and everything you nailed on the head. This station's going to be here before us and after us, and certainly big shoes to have to fill for you, Kaylee. So this is a massive honour to be here this morning.
Yeah, I think I got to get my one out the way because I wouldn't be employed at Mai FM if it wasn't for Kaylee. So literally, how I started at Mai was Kay went on maternity leave. So if it wasn't for Kay having, what baby number was that at the time?
It was 3.
3. What are we up to now?
6.
Holy. So really, I got to thank you and thank your partner. If it wasn't for you two, I wouldn't be here at Mai FM. But on an honest note as well, like a straight up note, like everyone knows here at Mai FM and also the listeners how impactful you are every day when they tune on the radio, especially during the daytime. As much as people say it's passive listening, you're also a part of their lives when they go about their 9-to-5 jobs. So for us, it's a huge gap that I guess is going to be left here at Mai FM. But at the same time, excited to see what people can do with everything that you've left behind for us here at Mai FM.
Thanks, Fame.
And just to tautoko what Fame is saying, like we've already spoken about this off air when we all first found out as a Mai FM office.
Yeah.
We all got to say our piece. But just to reiterate to the Mai whānau listening, how big of an impact Kaylee has had on every single one of us.
Thanks.
Like as I've already said to you, you are the most warm and kind and genuine person in this building, I think, on a wider scope. You have always made all of us feel super included. You've always been there for any of us as someone to lean on for advice, whether it's to do with work, whether it's to do with a personal life, whether it's to do with family life. You're the woman for that. And I think every single one of us, every single office staff, every single announcer has had to lean on you at some point, and you've always been there and you've never turned us away. And the fact that you've always made that room for any of us, I don't think any of us can ever thank you enough. So you have been the backbone of the station for so long, and I think everything you believe in and what you stand for, I think Mai FM have built a lot of their pillars around that and who you are. So it's going to be a massive, I don't want to say hole. You're leaving some shoes to fill, massive shoes to fill. Rather than I was going to say you're leaving a gaping hole. That was probably the wrong word. And I think it's going to be weird not having you here, but I totally understand that whole. How you're saying how it's like, it's your time to go. And I suppose you always want to go on your own terms. You don't want to go when someone's trying to push you out.
Don't fire me. Radio's not that big in this country. There's only 2 places you can go. Exactly. And I've been at both of them already.
So I just want to say on behalf of all of us, thank you for everything. You are incredible. You're someone we've been able to look up to, work alongside, become a mentor, a friend. And I think the, duality, or just the fact that you can be all of those things in one person is so incredible. So thank you, Kay.
Well, thanks, guys. Well, I have to say, over the years, I've worked with so many amazing people, some great talent. And I have to thank them for, just being a part of that journey in the last 13 years, because I've learned so much from them about radio broadcasting and all that. And I have to say thank you to the listeners, especially you guys, because that's what we do it for. My job was to make your day go a lot faster, a lot more happier. Music is such a beautiful thing. It's a universal language. So, it can change up anyone's day. And just being able to read the texts, get the phone calls, those long lifetime listeners who've been tuning in, we remember who you guys are, and we really appreciate those jail letters and those cakes and those paintings. But and I have to thank my family, my partner, and my kids. Not that you guys know and everything like that, but I only ever took like 12 weeks off maternity leave and come straight back, and the baby's in the studio with me, and I'm trying to fit the headphones on at the same time as feeding the baby. I'm sure Nixon's like, oh, I'm sorry. Every time he used to walk in, but just being able to mix with the likes of DJ 09 and, DJ Severe, Randy, and all the Will K's and just all the DJs that would come in and just, really just spice up that day. I have to thank everyone that's come through. There is one particular person, though, that I do have to thank, and that's Nixon. Because without taking that chance and coming over to LA to rescue me and my kids and bringing me back, here to New Zealand, I don't think I would have had the career that I've had here at Mai FM, let alone in radio, because he's been there right from the start of radio. I mean, he literally, when I first started on radio 16 years ago, he just put a post-it note and said, "Do not push these buttons." Everything else, you just be a tutu sister, just go for it.
Love that.
I was like, okay, because you touch these buttons, you turn off the station. Sweet, got it. Yeah, but thank you guys for allowing me to just say my goodbye and do that hiding off and say goodbye to all the listeners and that. And just watch out for the podcast that's coming out. Knocked Up, Hapu Mama. And I will be lecturing part-time at Awanuiarangi as well. So for the radio broadcasting school. So, on that whole buzz of being that kaitiake, going to enrich some other, rangatahi out there, and hopefully we can roll them through Mai and just keep making it bigger and better as we go.
Well, we have to share you at some point. You've been it for all of us, so it's good that the rest of the world can get a bit of a snippet of you.
Yeah.
And also, so just give us a reminder, last time that the Mai whānau will hear you on air?
1st of March will be my final on-air show, and we're going to have a massive party. We're going to have a huge celebration.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm allowed to give the address if you guys want to come party, but I'll be on the orange juices. I'll be on the mocktails. But yeah, 1st of March will be the final show. And I think that's our final countdown for the top 200 since the 2000s as well. So it's going to be a great party. Hopefully my songs make it to the top 10. Maybe slide in Broken Wings if you guys haven't already got your votes in.
All right, final one more time for Kaylee.
Thank you, Kay.